Hi there, Chris Holzhauser here, Managing Director of Technology Development at BlueForge Alliance. I'm here with Richie at Fastech, the Chief Operating Officer. Please tell us about yourself, your role, and your company.
Thank you. So Richie Barker, I've been based in the US for nearly 7 years now. Fastech, we're an additive manufacturing company with subtractive capabilities. We've been supporting aerospace, oil and gas, energy sector since we started the business, and things are growing fast and exciting. So,
how familiar are you with the 1+2 mission, 1 Columbia, 2 Virginia class submarine that the submarine industrial base is facing, and the challenges that we have ahead of us?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the initiative is obviously on everybody's radar. Obviously the limited capacity of the supply chain today. I mean, additive is obviously the right method to hopefully contribute to minimize that long lead time items. I mean, we've heard some of the stories I've heard over the years. There's parts they're waiting 2-3 years for components, and we've seen that on some of our other customers that we've taken lead times from nearly 2 years down to 8 weeks. So I think the opportunity for the Navy assets to move into the additive space is going to only help reinforce protecting the nation.
One of the things that we're looking at specifically to support the Navy in that 1+2 mission is replacing or having alternatives to forgings and castings. It's been a great technology, but we're sort of losing the art. It's really difficult to get high yields from that. In your support of all these other industries and other DoD entities, have you seen good replacement for forging and castings, or what's your experience?
Yeah,
with that?
I mean, as I say, the forging and casting industry is phenomenal, and I think has its place, and hopefully will never go away. But the amount of companies that are either going out of business or just getting swallowed up by other companies, we need to find ways to simplify the excuse me. We need to find ways to simplify the purchasing process. So being able to change, flex, which we can't do with castings or forgings today. Everybody's, you've got your dies, you've got your fixturing. It's not a quick fix, but in the R&D phase, when people need to pivot and change, additive just, it ticks all those boxes. We can get great properties, we can control a lot of the elements, but again, it comes back to being able to meet the form, fit and function of components, meet customers' requirements, and be able to deliver product on time, which, as we know, in 20 years in oil and gas, it was my biggest bugbear. Forging houses shutting down, other priorities, people talk louder with bigger checkbooks. It's it's such a challenge,
right.
And with that limit, everybody's going to the same place, so that is such a constraint. So hopefully, with additive being much more achievable in companies like ours that can grow and flex, and it's as simple as adding a machine, adding other capabilities. It's a lot easier than trying to find a foundry or a casting house.
Really wanted to hit up on the fact you said delivery on time. There's definitely a sense of urgency right now, more so than I've ever experienced in the additive space. What could BlueForge as a partner do to help Fastech move faster, get into supporting the Navy, with both feet? What would that look like?
I think the biggest challenge we have today, or any business has today, is having the demand signal there to support justifying buying equipment. I mean, the average lead time on some of these additive pieces of equipment is a year.
Right.
So having to spend $1 million or $500,000, whatever the number is, on pieces of equipment without a solid order book is just, it's not business 101. It's the risk to a business of something changing, or without having that locked in demand signal. It's just, if we had some form of commitment, you'd execute without question.
Right.
But today, or even just finding the capital funding to support some of these projects they're not just a simple buy a machine, press go. There's a lot of R&D and development there. So being able to get that funding to support those initiatives.
Hopefully, sitting down with us and getting to spend some time hearing your story, we can help bring in and have all of that good experience that you've learned through aerospace, oil and gas, and bring that over to help the Navy. So,
proud to support the cause.
Excellent.
It's an important thing for the Navy.
It's awesome meeting with you, Richie.
You,
Appreciate it. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
And look forward to working with you more.
You too.